Anyway, today's guest, we got a good brother on the show today. So my first interaction with this brother was about 2 or 3 years ago, where it was a Father's Day event. Myself and Janae White, we got together to put on a Father's Day conversation about the importance of black fatherhood specifically. And this brother was one of the fathers that we had at our round table, and he was representing. He gave a lot of good information. He does a lot of good in the community. If you follow him on social media, you'll see the impact that he have on the youth that he is coming in contact with on a regular basis. He is using something called trauma-informed care solutions to help the kids that he's dealing with. He has a background that is similar to a lot of the kids that he's been working with, so he can understand where they come from. He can understand what they're thinking, understand some of the emotions that they are experiencing on a regular basis. He's using something as well called social emotional counseling, and we're going to learn a lot more about that. So what I want everybody to do is y'all get up out y'all seats and put y'all hands together for my big brother, Mr. Kevin Warren.
Hey, man, what's happening?
Yeah, what's up?
I don't know exactly how old you are, but you're just going to throw me up there now.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm just in case.
You know what I'm saying? Let's just throw you up there. Just because I got a lot of kids, you throw me up there, huh?
Hey, man, just in case, man. Just give me your OG status.
Yes, sir. Man, I appreciate you. I appreciate you both. You and Pat both bringing me on, bro.
No problem, brother, man. Happy to have you here. Definitely appreciate what you do in the community. I appreciate what you do with the youth, especially the example you set as a father, as a husband, and everything that you do in the community. You definitely walk what you talk, so we're happy to have you here.
Man, I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. So, Pat, man, you know you got the first question, man. Let's get this thing off. You there?
See, man, you done made him mad.
Yeah. Where you at, Pat? Oh, he might have had an issue with his internet or something. But I'll go ahead and kick it off, man. Let Pat get his stuff straight. So,
yeah.
I gave my introduction about you, but kind of want to get deeper into who you are as a person and kind of what led to you becoming who you are. So please give us some background information about yourself and kind of help us understand what social emotional consulting is.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Like you said, brother, I'm a father first. I'm a father and a husband. I think that's when we talk about who my name really speaks for itself as Kevin Warren, but it really talks about just my kids, man, my kids and my family. So first and foremost, I'm a family man, husband and a father. I'm from Saginaw, Michigan. I'm what y'all consider a snowbird, man. I got tired of that snow. Right after graduation, I actually boarded a flight, man, and came down here to go to FAMU. I was a bio pre-med major, and that quickly changed. Long story short, man, long journey. From the heights of Seven Hills, made that fall like a lot of us do. But I kind of made a pathway for myself in what is now what you're considering social emotional consulting. You said earlier counseling, and I want to be clear, man. It's a very good. It's a good thing that we say this first and foremost. What I do is not counseling, right? Because counseling, man, that's a whole nother ball game. Licensing, different level of education required, and legalities, right? So I stay away from the term counseling and what I do. I'm a coach. I'm a consultant, like I'm a social emotional consultant. We do and specialize my business, my company, the Life Group, the Love Identity Foundation and Encouragement Group, which I started back in 2015. We do social and emotional learning consulting. And which really what that is, social and emotional learning, let's break it down there, is really just the process in which we understand and manage our emotions, set and achieve goals, kind of how we feel or show others emotions or empathy, how we establish and maintain our relationships, and kind of overall decision making, right? So for me, when we talk about social and emotional learning, we look at it from a business standpoint of what really makes you tick, right? What is it that really drives behaviors from a social and emotional standpoint? So that's kind of what we focus on. We really help. We work with our clients such as Department of Children and Families, TRIO, DJJ, DC. I mean, we go down the list. We do a lot with independent living across the state, DJJ and a couple other states, Michigan, Texas, Georgia. So just kind of, we do a lot, but it's really all focused around social and emotional learning, helping people discover and heal the foundation of what really drives their behaviors.
Okay. Now that's what's up, man. I like that because it hits it from an angle that a lot of other people don't even think about, like as far as interacting with the children, from trying to learn them on many different levels. So that social emotional level, just seeing how different things impact them from that level is definitely good.
It's interesting because and because we do that, we all know it. I don't do anything that's special or unique outside of identifying it and putting value to it, right? We all know about social. We all know, we all can see a young person, or we all can see someone and realize the behavior isn't really what the problem is, like what happened. It's something behind the scenes, and we all do it. We all kind of operate within social and emotional realm. We always say you and your feelings, but we are always in our feelings, right? So it's just really being able to share with like DCF and these agencies, bro, that we're measuring and incentivizing the wrong thing, right? We're putting measurements in the wrong place, right? And instead of measuring from a social and emotional standpoint, we're measuring from a clinical or a academic standpoint, and it's just not. We can't do that. It's we're way too far from that.
Right. Okay, I get you. That makes sense though. Okay, Pat, you back? Yeah. We missed you, man. We were crying.
No, I
thought he made you mad.
My VPN glitched out, so when your VPN go, you lose everything. So
right on.
Right.
I'm set back up now though. But what I was saying was, and it's interesting that you mentioned that, because I was saying you're only the second guest that we've ever had in the 4+ years we've been doing. Well, actually, 6+ years now that we've been doing this is ever even mentioned social and emotional learning. Which says a lot about how many people, or how aware people are of it. So this is kind of off the beaten path, but why don't you think there are more people going around talking about and championing social emotional learning, and especially in our community?
To be honest, man, in our community, in the Black community, we don't acknowledge, it's stigmatized when we talk about emotions, right? So when you think about emotions, we equate that and stigmatize that to being soft. So we all know what it is, but again, we don't necessarily address it. Social and emotional learning is not new to the community of service. It's new to us, right? So this is a buzzword that's been around for a long time. I was a jitterbug when social and emotional learning was a thing. But for me, I think why I'm so passionate about it is because it's power. You know what I'm saying? Like, to be able to help articulate and explain in layman's terms why behaviors are what they are, like, that's turning the light on for some folks, man, that changes everything. And it's so important to be able to tell somebody, bro, dealing with your emotions